in a second. Right, here we go then. I think it's not in recording. Yeah, right, there we go. Transcript's going.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm just going to go through all the introductory stuff and whatnot. So, hello, my name is Rob, and I'm a lecturer here at Chesterfield College. And joining me today is Josh Brady, who is one of my alumni students from an old college. And I wanted to talk to him just to find out a little bit more about his progression route, what he's done since he finished his college course, and then what that's actually opened up as opportunities and how he got there with them. So, firstly, hello to Josh. Josh, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Well, basically everything you just said there. I was used to be Rob's student in what was it, Nottingham College, and then moved on from there to go to DBS Bristol.
Yeah, and how did well, tell me about your progression route then. So you did what course did you do at college with me?
It was music technology.
Yeah, and then what level was that?
Oh, see that I can't remember. Level three was it?
Yeah, so you did level two, level three, and then you went off to DBS Bristol. So did you apply when you were at the college with us?
Yeah.
How did you find DBS then?
Um, I thought it was all right. I think it was more the location and the people mainly, because Bristol is a it's quite a big music scene there. It's mainly more drum and bass, not really mass beat, but it was still everyone there was great. The facilities there were amazing, and that was really what I was looking for. It was more just getting out there, meeting people, experiences in other fields, and just stuff like that. Just meeting people.
How important do you think then is like meeting people for, what you do in music and what you have gone on to do?
Um, it's pretty much 100% what you need. The more people you know, the more opportunities that can come up, and that's generally just the best way to get your name out. Because you can be as good as you want in what you want to be doing, but if no one knows you, you're not gonna. It's harder to get your name out.
Yeah. So tell us what you've done then. So you went on to DBS, and there's a couple of very good friends of mine. There was one called Nick Lawson and one called Ollie. Oh Christ, I can't remember his surname now, but they used to work down at DBS as well. So I know that, and they were very big on their drum and bass and stuff and whatnot down there. Um, but so tell us how, because obviously it sounds like you were saying that it's not really your thing, that sort of like music
Yeah,
scene.
it
So
was
how did
towards the
you?
end of it. They did drag me across and convince me. But yeah, first time I went down there, it was you do your introductions and it's like, what does everyone listen to? It's like drum and bass, drum and bass, drum and bass, drum and bass, and I'm like rock, classic metal.
Yeah. So and then what did you do? So you did music technology then at DBS.
Yeah, it was music production and sound engineering.
Cool. And then you went on to you do some jobs and some work in industry.
Yeah, it was at DBS they had like a DBS Pro side of it, which is more of a commercial part where they pull students in, and I think I did some mixing for a it was like a mental hospital that wanted they got the patients there to record some stuff, and we mixed it and passed it along to producers to make some tracks out of it. And then I think after my second year, I went across to America and worked in a summer camp there, doing like recording the kids there and working as like a live sound and events manager type of thing.
Wow. Okay, so that sounds like a really amazing opportunity to have gone out to
Mm.
America. I saw that been doing something with Call of Duty, and you'd met some of the guys from who did the
Yeah,
Call of
that
Duty
was more
soundtracks.
of a. When I was over there, it was like one of the people that were working there, their dad was on the. I think he was one of the producers for Call of Duty and like Reservoir Dog. No, not Reservoir Dogs. Oh, I can't even remember the name of the game. But yeah, it was a load of work in the games industry, and I got talking with him, and you know, figured out, spoke to him, how he got into it and everything.
Which is quite a far cry from when I used to take you out to the studio at the old library with me,
Mm.
and then and then going out and working in America doing summer camps. So with summer camp, I imagine it was that they were doing a lot of music making, and then you were just
Yeah,
providing sort of yeah.
it was
So
like they'd show up, and we'd have about a week between when they'd show up and when they left to kind of teach them two or three songs, get them ready to perform a live show in front of, I think there was about 400 people there. It was quite a big one.
wow,
So it was all that, and then I had to get them into the studios, and then wow, there was for a busy week. It was about 5 or 6 bands that I had to record 2 tracks for every week. So it kind
wow.
of the last 3 or 4 days, you were kind of just sat there gritting your teeth and trying to mix everything. But other than that, it was like just getting everyone ready, making sure they were confident in what they were doing, and it kind of I remember when I was at college, you mentioned to me about it doesn't matter what they sound like, you've got to make them confident in it so that you can get the best out of them. And that was just every time they came in, I was like, just make them. Doesn't matter what it sounds like.
Yeah,
They're great. They're
yeah.
so good.
It's about yeah, it's about them.
Mm.
And the more that you can get them comfortable and get them rocking and rolling and make them feel comfortable and whatnot. Yeah, you're completely right, man. I'm glad that's a wonderful message that sort of like landed
Yeah.
and transpired into America. That's amazing. So what's next? What are you doing now, and what's the sort of like future for Josh Brady at the moment then in music?
Well, right now it's mainly just freelance stuff that I'm trying to do. It's not there's not a lot of it, but sometimes I'll get some messages through with some tracks and I'll mix and master them. But it's also just getting to know people around here now that do music and stuff to try and get the foot in the door and get into some studios, that type
Yeah.
of
So
stuff.
where are you based now then?
Back in Nottingham now, but thinking of either moving back down to Bristol or just somewhere around here that's a bit closer to where studios are.
Yeah. And that's the thing is it's wherever you are, it's trying to get back into
Yeah.
that scene. Yeah. So in the future, then I suppose is it trying to find some employment, or are you still hoping to stay freelance?
Um, Employment would be nice, but freelance is it's a nice way to just keep stuff coming in and different stuff as well. Because sometimes I imagine if you're working in one studio, it's kind of the same stuff going in. That's what that studio specializes in, whether it be like classic rock or like actual instruments, or whether it's uh, like drum and bass or stuff. It really just depends on what the studio specializes in. But this way, I get you know a great mix of everything coming in.
Yeah. And then you kind of got your work on your terms, and the only
Mm.
person to fall back on really is
Yeah,
you, the bookends with you when you're self-employed. Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay. Well, what I'll say then is just to round this up, because these are only little quick snippets that I want to
Mm.
do for students. Um, if I was going to say, if I was going to go back, Josh now, and I was going to go
Yeah.
back to Josh then and say, look, dude, here are the three things that you're going to need that are going to change your life, that are going to be like the biggest, bestest things that you could possibly do. So you don't get that bit wrong, and then you take that opportunity. Is there
Mm.
anything that you would possibly tell yourself to start to focus on at that point to have better trajectory or return on investment as you've gone along?
Um, for me, it would be just more confidence to get out there. Because I was when I was in college and kind of my first part of uni, I was kind of I kept to myself, just did what I thought I needed. But if I got out there and spoke to more people and kind of sold myself a bit better, I would have way more contacts. I would be just in a perfect position to start putting myself out there. And as well, it's just practice. Practice my mixing more in the early stages and not worry about getting it wrong and learning how to finish something. Because when I would do it, I'd mix it. I'd be like, I don't like this. I don't like this, and go back to it. Start again. And I don't like this. Start again. Just learn to put a pin in it and just be like, yeah, I'm happy with it. It's done. Those would be my main things. Just get out there and do it.
That's great. That's awesome. Sorry, the reason why I pause is because if I need to cut it off for like an edit or a video, I need just the gap. That's all. Josh, thank you so much, my man. Thank you for giving me your time, and we'll speak to you very soon. Yeah,
See ya.
cool. I'm not actually stopping it there. I'm just going to stop the
Yeah,
recording there.
it's all right.